One of the reasons why I didn't put out videos for a long time on this channel was because I was distracted. I thought I had to take care of some other things. I was carried away by the cares of this life. The worst disease that any person can have is the deadly virus of a surrendered soul, of an empty life of neutrality without focus and without commitment to do something. When you get to that place, you are dying. These are the words of T.L. Osborne. Have you been in a position where you know what to do, where you know you're supposed to be doing something but you're not doing it, where you are always saying, I will, and yet not taking action? You know you're supposed to be doing something, but you've been procrastinating. This video is for you. I'm going to be helping you with how you can overcome procrastination, of course, from the perspective of the scriptures. Hello friends, welcome to the Great Light TV. My name is Daniel Odiwe, and today, like I said earlier on, I'm going to be showing you how to overcome procrastination. Now, this is something that I know that many people are having struggle with. Many people are finding it difficult to get out of that procrastination, zone, that arena of always saying, I will do this, I will do that, and yet not finding yourself doing it actually. So this video is going to really help you to do that. Now, most of the time, I discovered that whenever you're procrastinating, you're actually saying some things to yourself. The first thing you're actually saying to yourself is that I am the master of my time. I'm the master of my life. I can do whatever I want to do at any time I want to do. You see, but you've got to realize that whenever God gives you a vision, or whenever God gives you an assignment or asks you to do something, you've got to take action on it, because you are not the master of your life. You're not the master of your own soul. You see, God is. He bought you at a price, and when He tells you to do something, He expects that you do it. You see, delayed obedience is actually disobedience. So whenever the Lord asks you to do something, He expects that you take action. And when you take action, you're actually professing that you are a loved servant, of a loved God. You're actually saying that my life belongs to God, and I've got to do what He asks me to do at every time. So you've got to really tell yourself that I don't have the time of my own. I don't have the life of my own. Everything I have belongs to the one who sent me. Everything I have belongs to the one who has made me. So that's the first thing you've got to be conscious of in dealing with procrastination. The second thing you've got to get rid of is excuses. You remember the guy at the pool of Bethesda, the impotent man at the pool of Bethesda, who was impotent for 38 good years. When Jesus was walking in the city of Jerusalem, Jesus met him, and I'll give you a story before Jesus met him. Normally an angel would come to that pool of Bethesda, and the angel would trouble the water, the pool, and whosoever gets into the pool after the angel had finished troubling the pool would be healed. So when Jesus got to this man, Jesus asked this man, will you be made whole? Now look at the words of this man. I'd like to read that scripture for you. It's in John chapter 5, verses 5. It says, and a certain man was there who had an infirmity 30 and 8 years. When Jesus saw him lie and knew he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, would thou be made whole? Now look at the man's response. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled. I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another stepped down before me. Now this man gives an excuse upon another excuse. So and this is what excuses does for you. Excuses limits your superiority. Someone once actually gave the acronym of excuses as explanation, that's EX, explanation that costs you superior excellence. And this is what you've got to get rid of always giving excuses. There are some people who always have excuses of not doing something. They always have excuses, just like this man. Jesus asked him, would you be made whole? A simple question. And then he gave an excuse. He says, first of all, I don't have any man who will put me into the water when the water is troubled. And then he didn't stop there. He said, even when I'm even coming to the water, he said, another man gets there before me. He had a lot of excuses. There are so many people who have a lot of excuses for not doing something, a lot of excuses for not taking action on the things that the Lord has asked them to do. A lot of excuses. You've got to get rid of those excuses. You notice the master's response when Jesus heard his excuse. What did Jesus say? Jesus says, take up that bed and walk. Take up the bed and walk. That was what Jesus said to him. Okay, Jesus didn't say, no, he doesn't understand our excuses. He doesn't understand why we're making excuses for certain things, excuses for not doing anything. He doesn't understand it. Okay, I need you to know that. Now, the third thing you really need to know is that whenever you're making procrastination about something, it's actually that you've lost passion for it or you've lost focus. Majorly, it's because you've been distracted. And the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, it says, he that observes the wind shall not sow. Okay, and it says, he that observes the weather as well shall not reap. So when you're observing the wind, you will not sow, you will not do anything, you will not take that action. If you're going to take that action, you've got to take your eyes off those distractions. Now, the distractions should come as much as, for instance, one of the reasons why I didn't put out videos for a long time on this channel was because I was distracted. I thought I had to take care of some other things. I was carried away by the cares of this life. I thought I needed to do something. I needed to do this. I needed to make some money. I needed to do that. Those were distractions. Okay, the distractions that the devil brings to you. Distractions are the enemy's greatest tool of depriving us from doing what the Lord wants us to do. Distraction. So don't get distracted. Don't let him get you distracted. Okay, like I said, distractions could also come in the fact that, for instance, some of you, the Lord has been telling you to start a YouTube channel, or to start writing, or to start doing something, to start singing. Now, you've not started doing those things because you're waiting for the perfect time. You're observing the weather. You're waiting for the perfect time. Or you want everything to be perfect. Or maybe some of you, the Lord has told you to do some business, or start some business. Now, you're actually waiting for the funds. You're waiting for the money. You're waiting for this and that. Now, I said, well, have you just started that business you said you're going to start, a few years ago? You're saying, it's just the money, or is this and that. Okay, so you're always waiting for things to be perfect. But if you wait for things to be perfect, you will not do anything, because you've got to start. Just like I decided to break free from procrastination today. I said, I'm going to put out this video, I'm going to record myself, I'm going to talk to the camera, and I'm going to just do it. Okay, so you've got to also have the same mindset. You've got to also tell yourself that I'm not going to pay attention to those distractions any longer. Jesus said, if the eye be single, he says that whole body will be flooded with light. Now, the reason why some of you you're no longer passionate about the things that you used to be once passionate about is because you've lost focus, and because you lost focus, you lost the passion. Okay, not just because the passion just decided to just disappear. No, it's because you were distracted with so many other things. You were carried away with the cares of this life and with so many other things, and then you lost passion for that. Because whatever thing you focus your attention on for a long time, you will be passionate about. Okay, now the last one is indecision. Okay, you've not decided to take action yet. Even when you're listening to this, you may just be like, okay, no, you've got to do it now. Now you've got to make up that decision, make up your mind that you're going to do it now. You're going to start working towards your goals. You're going to start working towards your visions. You're going to start doing the things that the Lord wants you to do now. Okay, it is so important. Okay, and if you're going to be decisive, if you're going to be making that decision to act right now, it means that you've got to draw out the plan. Okay, you've got to have a strategy. You've got to draw out the plan. You've got to have a strategy. For me, for instance, setting up my camera and talking to you is a plan, is a strategy. Okay, so you've got to do it. You've got to, you've got to make sure you're out there. You've got to make sure that you're doing what the Lord asks you to do. So first of all, the first thing is that remember, you're not the master of your own life. Okay, you belong to God. He owns you, and your loyalty to Him, your obedience to Him must not be delayed. Because when it is delayed, it is actually disobedience. Okay, number two is that you're going to stop giving excuses. You're going to stop saying, I will. No, you're going to stop saying, when I want to do something, you're going to stop giving excuses and just get the job done. Okay, and the third one is that You're going to make up your mind that you are not going to be distracted. Nothing's going to distract you. You see, it doesn't matter the likes, the engagement you're getting. It doesn't matter whatever it is that is coming. The incentive. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be distracted by those things. The fourth one is, I said, indecision. That means you're going to make up your mind that you're no longer going to stay in that procrastination zone. You're going to get out of that procrastination zone. You're going to do what the Lord asks you to do, and you're going to enjoy your life. Thank you very much. Now, if you've been blessed by this video, I don't want you to go yet. Do me this favor by clicking on the subscribe button and on the bell button so that you can always get notified whenever new videos are out. If you love what you just heard today, if you love what you just saw today, I'd like you to give us a like and share it. Tell others about what is happening here. By doing that, you will be making my day. Thank you so much. Do have a wonderful day.